Workout started. GPS on. Steady 50 minutes at 8 minutes per kilometer. Go.
Hello, this is Bruce McIntosh from the Just a Runners podcast, and I'm going to send this to Carlos, the running jackal. It's New Year's Eve, taking Pico out for a little walk, so I just said go ahead and do a little bit of recording, not for my podcast, but to get something out for the end of the year. My podcast is going to be kind of planned to be late, but been kind of a busy week. And then I was at a red light in Boardman, Ohio, and right by a Sam's Club, way to a store. I was going to go watch the Browns somewhere, and did not get to the game. The rear ended. I am fine. I was sore a couple days. That was Sunday. This is Tuesday, New Year's Eve. And thankfully, there was no serious injuries. My car, the back end's all smashed in. He was driving a 95 Dodge truck. It was a full-size truck. And Pico, come here. You're getting all tangled up. Come here. Okay, that's better. It was a full-size truck. And since my Ford Fusion didn't hold up too well in the back of that. So, but took a day off running. I probably could have run a nice easy run, but decided not to today. Had to get back at it. So easy run tomorrow and start the year off fresh. Put 2019, which behind me, I guess. And see how we go. Come on, Pico, let's walk a little. And it's been my exciting week, ending the year with a bang, if you will. And I just felt like go out and took the dog out here for just a real short walk. Give us both a little something. When I got up today, I was not in. Just started to take it easy on my back. I did get some medicine and stuff for it. Had gone to the emergency room. She said it's just whiplash. She described it as whiplash soft tissue injury. And I think as far as injury wise, it actually hasn't been as bad as I was fearing it would be. But I've been taking ibuprofen 800s they gave me regular, and it did get really bad for a little while. They gave me a muscle relaxant too, so I was able to sleep okay. Well, don't want to go overboard here. That's been, and then today I ended up, finally got the police report and had to get a hold of my insurance company, his insurance company, so getting all that worked out, and hopefully I have a feeling they're going to total it, and there'll be a new Just a Runner, and we'll be able to get me off to the races and all my runs coming up in the upcoming year. And I just want to tell, hope everybody has a good year. Hopefully nobody else out there listening has any accidents kind of like mine or anything. And hopefully I don't have any. I'm hoping for a little better year next year as far as injuries, period. We'll just go with that. A couple injuries this year. None of them were bad enough to sideline me for very long, but neither of them were actually caused by running. So that's one good thing about it, I guess. And I will. The wind died down, so I lucked out for coming out here to take Pico for a walk, and hopefully everything will sound good. Pico, you got anything to add? Want to tell them Happy New Year? All right. Well, was listening. Thank you.
Okay. So, it seems like all my functions are working normally today. My heart rate, my breathing.
Good after 17 miles. 17K hike.
Yeah. No, I did go out yesterday. Yesterday was the day I went to the gym. The day before.
1 minute 18 seconds ahead.
Yeah.
Zone 1. Zone 4.
Yeah. That's Crow. The other day I was running through along Glendenning and the crow was flying pretty much over my head all the way down to Glendenning.
Seeing you out.
Yeah, basically he was saying, how dare you make a noise in my neighborhood?
Exactly.
Get out of town.
Nice and sandy.
Daffodils almost popped. Yep. The most sheltered ones.
Zone 3.
So the Chevy Bolt.
1 minute 14 seconds ahead.
Oh, Bolt, you said?
Yeah.
I thought you said Bolt.
No, our neighbour he sold his Leafs and bought a Bolt.
Bolt's all electric.
Yeah.
It's got,
It's got way more range than the Leaf.
yeah, about 5 times the one that he had, because he had the original,
He had the original Leaf
which
and
was 25.
he ended up having to buy 2 so that he could switch them out when one was charging.
Wow. No, I think his wife works in his.
Yeah, well, it's that way they could make sure they at least had one car that was charged up.
But the Bolt has, it's 380 to
Really? Hang on. He's up and I think I know that guy. He's got a disabled sticker on his windshield.
9 seconds ahead.
I was just thinking, I have about 7 or 8 friends on Facebook that are either paraplegic or quadriplegic. And I remember once, somebody was saying that we should all try and make our homes a little more accessible for people in wheelchairs. I mean, otherwise you're saying, oh, you're in a wheelchair? Can't come to my house. That's sort of kind of exclusive. Yeah, you can come to my backyard in the summer,
Steady. Zone 2.
but just a ramp or something to one of the access points. But our house isn't very conducive. There's too many
Zone 4.
split levels.
and narrow doorways.
Yeah, that too. There's a Leaf. That's probably a newer
13
one.
seconds ahead.
I think they did 2 years like that.
Well, like the Nissan Leaf 101,
Steady.
and then now Nissan Leaf 302 or something. By now, they've had 2 or 3 models since the original one.
There's 2.
Yeah. Okay. Until she tells me, thank you. Until she tells me to slow down, I'll stay jogging.
Zone 4.
Yep, zone 4. Which in Strava would be zone 5. They don't have a zone 0 in Strava, that's the thing.
1 minute 7 seconds ahead. Time 10 minutes. Distance 1.38 kilometers. Average heart rate 125. Workout average pace 7 minutes 11 seconds per kilometer.
Yep, always 10 minutes around here if we're jogging well.
Zone Zone 3.
One of my friends in San Francisco was involved in a 24-hour, 12-hour, 6-hour kind of ultra marathon.
What does that mean?
Well, she signed up for 12. No, she signed up for 24, and she was in such pain after 12 that she decided to pull up. But, 12 hours of walking. She said she was planning to walk the whole time. I'm thinking maybe she started off running and then cut back to a walk.
Why?
Well, she said that it was like a
50 seconds ahead.
1 mile or 2 mile loop,
Oh, boring.
and every time she came back, she would sit down and adjust whatever needed to adjust, because she was way ahead of her pace at the beginning. But all those sit downs every 12 minutes or so add up. At one stage when she was still going, I was saying, beware of the chair. It's very hard to get going again once you stop, especially if you've got some pain. Yep. But I told her, I said, we often learn more from our, not failures, but when things don't go so well, we think about why. What happened? What went wrong?
How could I avoid it?
A learning experience. But she's had a diagnosis of
6 seconds ahead.
arthritis of the hip, and I think she's on a waiting list for a hip replacement. Alright, so now we have a nice downhill section.
Zone 4.
Do you want me to hold anything?
Faster.
You've already done it. Off comes one layer.
Zone 3.
Good morning. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year's!
Happy New One. Happy New One. Goodbye, old one.
15 seconds ahead.
Hello. Hi. That guy had a heavy-looking backpack. Probably had his change of clothes in there.
We're out training for Camino.
Zone 4.
Training for the Camino, yeah, or Kusam, climb. A lot of people put heavy weights in their backpack to build up their leg muscles
Slower.
for the climb.
Zone 3.
Because Kusam is like 5 kilometers,
Steady.
pretty much at 45 degrees. And then, hello, about 15 more on a downhill.
17 seconds ahead.
Never really appealed to me, that race. Too much climbing at the beginning and the 2.5 hour drive to get there.
Faster.
Unless you live in Campbell River, it's quite a trek. Only to spend the first hour and a half hiking and then running downhill after that. My friend Caroline won that race once. Outright, she beat all the men. Hello.
Morning.
Steady.
Hi there. Good job. But a lot of those people who do well on those hilly courses are people who do a lot of cross training. They do like
Time 15 minutes.
mountain
Distance
bike
1.93 kilometers.
and
Average
running.
heart rate 135. Workout average pace 7 minutes 46 seconds per kilometer.
So they got very powerful legs.
Yeah, well, I recommend running is really lower leg and bike is upper motivate.
Yeah, more like the quad and the...
Both.
Yeah, doing both is probably the best for maximizing your performance, but
Well, you're building your leg.
yeah, and probably wearing out your heart pretty quick as well.
You don't have to speed.
No, that's true.
You have to carry your weight.
Well, the bike carries your weight when you're on the bike.
You still have to use your size to push the pedal.
Yeah,
Zone 2. Faster.
faster. Okay, lady.
One seconds ahead.
Did you start your watch when we started, or were you a bit late?
Zone 3.
Okay.
We're not that way.
No, just a couple of 100 meters. Our road is about 200 meters long.
Yeah, so it was about 100 seconds.
Yeah.
Zone 2.
Ow. I was trying to keep my feet dry, but I got splashed.
Steady. Zone 3.
Today's about the first day we've had no rain in about 3 days. Well, since my long 3-hour walk.
31 seconds ahead.
So that was in the morning.
Nope, it was just before the rain started. That was Monday. Thank you.
Faster. Steady.
You okay?
Yeah, I'm going to
Yep, look, there's water in the creek again. Yeah, we'll see it on the other end. What about up there?
Okay.
All right, I'll pause my app.
20
Yeah,
seconds ahead. Workout resumed.
Like there was irrigation up there.
What, a tube of some sort?
Yeah, black sheep.
Oh, yeah. It looks,
Like a little heart.
yeah.
Zone 0.
No.
Zone 1.
There's that crow again. He's got it in for me. I thought it might be my bandana that was distracting him.
Zone 2.
I don't think it's because they're nesting, because this would be the wrong time of the
5
year
seconds
for it.
behind.
They're still territorial.
Zone 3. Steady.
Soon to be zone 4.
Zone 4. Slower.
Did you ever hear about that little girl that got kidnapped in Portugal, the English girl? Madeleine McCann?
Did they find her body?
No, not yet. This was like 10 years ago.
Steady.
The parents were well-to-do doctors, the pair of them,
1 second
and
ahead.
they were on a
Time
sort
20
of a
minutes.
party
Distance 2.50
with a whole bunch of
kilometers.
other
Average heart rate
parents.
129. Workout average
And
pace
the
8
job
minutes
was
per
that one of
kilometer.
them should go back every now and then and check on the kids.
Zone 3.
And Madeleine was like 2, and the oldest,
Faster.
she got apparently kidnapped. But they haven't found the body, and there's been all this rumours of cover-ups. and the Portuguese police and stuff, and people in high places.
Oh, you know what I think is if they didn't get a ransom note, she's dead.
Yeah. Or she's been trafficked.
Nobody needs another trial in Portugal.
No. But what could have happened is the kidnapper, for some reason, the child died, and then
Zone 3.
they couldn't send a ransom note. So they probably just buried the poor girl in the bushes.
2 seconds behind.
Yeah,
Zone 2.
that's the only way they get any money out of them, if they can prove that.
If you don't send me the money, this child won't be breathing any longer.
Yeah. Well, you remember Sammy Davis, his son had his ear cut off to prove that they still had him. Not Sammy Davis, Frank Sinatra. Hello. Happy New Year.
11 seconds behind. Zone 3.
Hello. Hi there. Mind you, it's not Chinese New Year, is it? What? It is? I thought they had a different New Year to us. Is it close to our New Year? Okay.
But I didn't read it. Could have said it's in 2 weeks.
There's that little bouquet. Alright, so
21 seconds behind.
21 seconds behind, eh? Alright. We'll fix that. Just a little more uphill, and then
Passner.
we get some down. Oh, this came down recently. Maybe not last night. I was thinking we might see some damage from last night. All these little branches down here. Through the chicane.
Zone 3. 41 seconds behind.
Powering up the hill.
Zone 4.
Too much power.
Mary's 81.
Pardon?
Mary's 81.
39 seconds behind.
81,
Time
wow.
25 minutes. Distance 3.04 kilometers.
And
Average
you
heart
knew
rate
her when she was
130.
60
Workout
probably.
average pace 8 minutes 13 seconds
Maybe
per
younger.
kilometer.
Younger.
Halfway to your goal. Zone 3.
If you do get through to her, tell her that I'm still...
In her 40s.
Yeah? Wow. Tell her that I'm still wearing
Yeah, the
that lovely sweater.
Zone 2.
Zone 2, but this is too steep for me to start running. Yeah, she can do it. I can't. I can catch up with her on the flat, but I can't out-sprint her anymore. She's too fast for me.
One minute 5 seconds behind.
This is probably the slowest part of our run until we get to the top here. And then it's a nice, gentle ramp down to the creek.
Faster.
Okay, you say so. I'll go faster. Look at that. You see how this tree is growing over the stump there? It's like leaning on it, using it as a stool. Yeah. There's such interesting trees around here. It's only since I started running with Norma that I've appreciated the beauty of these trees.
Zone 4.
Always too busy running fast to see them. Yeah, I can see all the way out to San Juan Island. No mist today.
Zone 3.
Thank you.
Zone
I should
4.
take a picture of that view now that we've got some blue skies. Just a little further along where there's a gap in the trees. Bit of a
1
gap.
minute 17 seconds behind.
Come on, camera. There you go. Got it. Now we have about
Zone 3. Zone 2.
6 minutes of easy running all the way down to the creek.
Zone 3.
Probably a better view here actually, but I don't mind a little bit of foreground interference.
Zone 2. 1 minute 33 seconds behind.
So 1.5 minutes behind on 3K, that's 8:30 paced. Hello,
3.
this guy on an e-bike.
Steady.
You can always tell the cadence doesn't look like if they were on a manual bike.
really fascinating.
Yep, those are the ones that they try and sell people for their mountain biking experience in the snow. They'd be better off just getting a pair of snowshoes. But still, anything to sell product. There's a large group of hikers over there.
1 minute 3 seconds behind. Time 30 minutes. Distance 3.62 kilometers. Average heart rate 132. Workout average pace 8 minutes 18 seconds per kilometer.
It's coming down again.
Zone 4.
I heard a zone 4. just because I was getting excited on the downhill. Time to take another picture, another photograph. Yeah, maybe from the benches over there.
Zone 3.
They normally put the benches where there is a view. There wouldn't be much of a view in the summer, but now it's pretty nice. All those trees between us and the island there would have leaves.
1 minute 2 seconds behind. Zone 2. Faster.
You think that's a better view? A little bit more open.
Zone 1.
I see the white clouds behind.
Yeah, we could always have that as a backdrop. Do you want to stand next to me here? There you go. Gotcha.
1 minute 39 seconds behind. Zone 2.
Okay.
Zone 1.
So we're by Douglas Creek now, grouping up the zones from the photo op. Quite often I stop to take a photograph if my heart rate gets into zone 4, just to bring it down quickly. A strategy that I was recommending
Steady. Zone 4.
for somebody.
1 minute 30 seconds behind.
A friend of mine was telling me how hard it was to snowshoe.
In wet snow.
Yeah, but she was trying to run in them, and she said she ended up walking until her heart rate got up, and then stopping for 30 seconds, and then walking again until it went up. So instead of doing run, walk, she was doing walk, rest, walk, rest. Sorry?
Sounds like your shoes are too heavy.
Well, maybe she wasn't wearing running shoes and she was trying to run in it, or the snow was too heavy. But a lot of that kind of sport takes technique, like hiking with poles. They're not going to be an advantage until you learn how to use them
1
properly.
minute 32 seconds behind.
So to run efficiently with snowshoes, you have to learn how to run with snowshoes.
Zone 4.
You probably have to lift your knees a fair bit if the snow is deep. Lift the knees.
Zone 3.
Yeah. I know that they were selling running snowshoes as opposed to walking snowshoes. And what was it the French called them? Raquette? Because they look like tennis racket.
You know what a roulage d'arène is?
Pardon?
Roulage
1 minute
d'arène.
38 seconds behind.
A roulage de Hélène?
Distance
Roulage
1.16
d'arène.
Arena. Yes, I do. It's what's it called now? A sand clock. One of those egg timer things. Correct? In Italian, it's something completely different. I guess I got that fascination for languages from my dad.
Yeah.
He, at the age of 50, decided he was going to learn German. He had no interest in speaking it. He just liked the way the Germans constructed the word and their sentences. It was more to do with
2
the
minutes, 1 second behind.
semantics of it all.
Zone 3. Faster.
Coming up on the mushroom colony. I'm pretty sure that this has been real-time recording, so I'm going to be listening out for the 35. Very soon I'll be telling you that the show is over.
Slower.
Let me just check how much time we have.
Steady.
What do you make it on your clock? Alright, so for the New Year's show I say bye-bye, adios,
2 minutes, 4
hasta
seconds
la
behind.
vista
Faster.
y feliz año nuevo.